My humble viewers, another deeply disturbing trend awaits us.
YouTube now targeting videos for controversial religious content. By Gage Cohen on CNSnews.com. On Tuesday, the world's largest video sharing platform, YouTube, attracting over 1 billion visitors per month, announced that it is now targeting videos containing controversial religious or supremacist content, even if they do not violate the site's terms of use. We'll soon be applying tougher treatment to videos that aren't illegal but have been flagged by users as potential violations of our policies on hate speech and violent extremism, announced the Google-owned company on its blog. If we find that these videos don't violate our policies but contain controversial religious or supremacist content, they will be placed in a limited state. The videos will remain on YouTube behind an interstitial, won't be recommended, won't be monetized, and won't have key features including comments, suggested videos, and likes. This policy means that videos complying with YouTube's own standards, but contain content that some users find to contain religious controversy or supremacist content may not be promoted on the site, suggested to viewers, or permitted to contain advertisements, meaning that content creators cannot receive ad revenue from that video.
You likely haven't failed to notice that this policy means that videos complying with YouTube's own standards but contain content that some users find to contain religious controversy. It's an area that's so gray and nebulous. It's up to interpretation, and this is really shaky territory.
This policy, as well as past actions taken by the video platform, has led some to criticize YouTube for suppressing speech with which it disagrees. Last week, Dr. Jordan B. Peterson, professor of psychology at the University of Toronto, who has a YouTube channel with over 350,000 subscribers, was locked out of his account by Google for several hours for a policy violation. Dr. Peterson first came into view of the public eye when he made videos explaining his reasons for refusing to use non-traditional gender pronouns. Since then, he has made videos covering the disciplines of psychology, politics, and, most recently, the Bible. The professor against political correctness discovered his account was locked when he tried to upload his newest Old Testament lecture. Dr. Peterson tweeted about the situation and, after some media coverage and the protests of many of his fans, Google reinstated his account, without an explanation of why it had been locked. I've had that account for the last, say, 15 years. All of my correspondence is in that account. It's hundreds of thousands of emails from people all over the world, Dr. Peterson told the Daily Caller. But the fact that they reviewed it and then decided that my account is not eligible to be reinstated indicates to me either that this is quite a curious mistake or that there's something that's political going on that is associated with censorship. Google has not provided the professor with the specific policy they claimed he violated.
Here's my take on this. Google and YouTube, as private companies, have every right to decide what content they allow on their sites. If you violate laws or even terms of service, that's one thing. It is, however, deeply disturbing how they go about this, mysteriously blocking videos, demonetizing or banning people from the site, often with no warning or recourse, is what reminds us of the methods used by North Korea or the old Soviet-style secret police. You are convicted and sentenced, but are unable to defend yourself since many times the accuser or accusation is unknown. This is Orwellian. I get the supremacist or hate speech aspect of what they're doing. The obvious problem is when you leave the main road and head into territory that is just opinion and someone has their feelings hurt, you ban it. Like the recent disinviting of Richard Dawkins. Someone claims he hurt the feelings of Muslims when he is only guilty of being critical of their ideology, not a crime, not even an infraction of terms of service. But this is the strange, narrow road we're heading down. Paid or volunteered informants telling on others for thought crimes. If you think wrong, we need to shut you down. It's as if people and organizations seem to forget that the pendulum always swings one way and then the other. One day the precious ideas that the regressive left want to be protected will be on the chopping block as we swing back. And I mentioned the regressive or the authoritarian left. It's because I believe that's what's behind this. Of course, there is talk of setting up an alternate platform to allow people to express their opinions freely, but I fear market forces would eventually overtake such an endeavor. In the United States, burning the flag is considered hurtful and odious by many, but it is free expression protected under the law. Contrary to constant rattling on the far right about the supposed war on Christmas, there is nowhere in the world with more freedoms of conscience than here. You can practice whatever religion you want, belief or not belief, and there's no issues, no laws preventing you from doing it. My appeal to Google is to have and set standards by all means, but please do not go the path of super secret panels deciding what is the right or the wrong way to think.
Goodbye.